Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Disco Elysium. I found that final trap, and it was indeed west of the Feld building. I didn't even notice it in my times being here earlier. Let's go ahead and check this for the phasmid. It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Moral's trap. This one is partially obscured by the reeds. Look around. Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidently, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain. Shivers. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now, only the wind blows. Reach for the trap. The trap feels light and silent. As you pick it up, something is different here. Look closer. No locusts. No phasmid either. But still. Immediately yell, "It's empty!" Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind. Look closer still. The lieutenant studies the trap with you. Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a lead monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap. Perception. Sight. The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. He purses his lips. Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist. Or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking on this case, which I'm not. You're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologists about this. Okay, but after that, we get back to our own assignment. We've done a thorough survey of the coast now. Just running around is no longer useful. Shivers. A cold gust of air drives your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow of the Feld building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation. Once this is done, should you ask the wind again? Okay, so this would have given us more pluses to realize the Feld building is where we need to go for Ruby, but we already passed that test. Okay, so with that done, I think the next thing I wanted to do was go to the Feld building to read the Feld building, the Ice Bear Fridge area to retrieve the object for the girl whose name I can't pronounce inside the church. And then we will go and tell Moral that we didn't find anything in his traps, but one of the traps was disturbed. And then finally, we'll... wait, crap! There's something else we wanted to do, I can't remember what it was. I guess we'll turn that into her. The girl whose name I can't pronounce in the church. And then maybe she'll be able to do her research with that 2mm nothing that is going on in there. Oh, you know, I wonder how the swallow would affect the music that they're going to play. Maybe it'll make it better. Maybe it'll make it interesting enough that other people will show up there to check it out. After we're done with that, we'll take a look at our quest log and see if there's anything else I'm interested in pursuing. It might be this or the next episode where we start actually seeing if we can, if I'm interested in going after Ruby. We may do it tomorrow, day-wise, since it is 4:01 already today. But I'm not sure. That would start, it would start the end of the game, I'm guessing? But I would like to see more, well... We'll see. We'll see how much time, well, not much time we have, but we'll see how much sense it would make for Sam Burke here. That's our Harry Dubois. Harrier, sorry. We'll see if it makes sense for him to actually pursue anything else. Still upset about that frog riser. That sucked. No eyes on it. Come on. Why would... I guess they didn't think anyone would buy it. So lame. Oh, I forgot about these two guys. Still looking at the Kinema. According to Cindy the Skull, though, they are probably not going to do anything to it. Okay, and I guess we can put this away. Oh, we will need a flashlight, though. Did we call all the numbers on the pad out here? I don't even know if we did. I guess there's still a few other things we could possibly interact with. Now, I'm hoping we don't automatically fail this with a 2 or a 3. I guess we'll find out right here. The orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Ooh. That's not a good chance. We need a 7. I don't think I have any more physical instrument clothes either. Where's my jackets? Not there. +1. How many pants? No pants. Pretty sure nothing else is going to give me physical instrument. So we have to get a 7. That's not very good. It's average. We have a small chance to do it. Alright, well, let's give it a try. What's my... Could also try to get some more experience points if we fail this and put another point into physical instrument. You know, I'm gonna quick save. Alright, let's crack open the lid. The lid. Yes! Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kavzlud multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Blue electric lights come to life. Inside on a frosty platform lies an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Electrochemistry. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. What, no ice cream? A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes. Lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Take the filament memory. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding. Careful not to damage it. We should take it back to Miss Lunkin Pal as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures. Interfacing. Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. No, I'm not. I'm not actually curious at all. And this, I guess, is going to change things. Let's go back to what we'll call immediately. So, we probably don't need this, and I guess we'll keep listening to our awesome music. Alright, so doubling back. So what else is on the agenda? I guess let's take a quick peek at this and talk about something as we're walking back. This is what we're currently working on, which we're probably going to complete. Okay, once we get in there, we might be able to help, Noid might be able to tell us more about the signs. And we are helping Suna with her project as well, so that's 3 quests we're currently working on. Oh, we still have Kuno's father to deal with. Maybe we should do that as well. Kim is here for backup. I still have Everart's missions if I want our gun, but again, I heavily suspect Ruby has it. There's no guarantee we'll get it from him by doing those tasks. Although it may give us more experience points, which would help us gain a few more levels, which are more points into my stats. I might flip a coin to decide if I do it or not. No, I really shouldn't. I shouldn't do it. Sam would not work for such an obviously corrupt individual. He really wouldn't. So no, we're not going to do that. What other quests do we have? I'm not going to drink any alcohol. We can't find all the armor pieces. So that's gone now. We failed that quest. And Gary left, so we can't fight. So those are 2 quests we failed. Unless he's in the Whirling in Rags, we will not be able to complete those quests any longer. If he is there, we can talk to him one more time. I may decide to constantly load to get that armor piece in vengeance for the frog visor not having googly eyes. That's, I don't know, that was one of the reasons why I bought it. So I would love to wear that as we're walking around. I guess maybe I should wear that when we're walking around, shouldn't I? What's our current one give us? +1 logic. And technically it's +1 perception, so we may get some more bubbles floating over our head. In retrospect, by the way, we've gotten pretty lucky with a few of these really hard checks, haven't we? A few, maybe a month ago now, a month and a half ago, they released a hard mode for this game where checks are even more difficult to complete. I'll be honest, I don't know why you would play this game on hard mode. The game strikes me as being, I think we talked about this before, but this is a game like Planescape Torment. I'm not playing this necessarily for the combat or the rolling of the dice, because I would just save and load over and over again. Even on hard mode, I'd probably do that. I'm playing it for the story for the most part, and on normal, I don't mind at least failing the checks because I know I'm going to pass other ones. Okay, where is my flashlight? There she is again. Hello, miss.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. Oh, hold on. I'll let you work in peace. I want to save the game first. If there's like a red check coming up, I want to make sure I can pass it. Again, I'm going to give myself one to automatically pass it if I fail. Thanks to that.
What is it?
Thanks to the visor. About the off-site copy you asked me to bring. Yes, I brought you the filament. Give her the off-site copy. Thanks. She takes the filament, inspecting the metallic tape on its side. Looks like it's the one. What's going to happen now? Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. Inland Empire. Wait, no! This is That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it. Wait! Don't put it in yet. It might be dangerous. She starts laughing, but stops almost immediately. her voice oddly humorous. No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing. How do you know? I have a theory, she says as the filament clicks into place. Lintel was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Oh, this might erase everything on it. So by her putting it in here and pressing print, she will realize where the location of this thing is, but all the information on this filament will be gone, and her game will be erased forever, if that's true. Watch, she says, and presses print on the machine's keyboard. What an intricate display of failure. Paper starts filling without ink, soaking it in gleaming darkness. Not a single line of data stands out. Now what? Suna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star, eyes scouring the millimeters. Here, she says suddenly, rising her ink-stained fingertip. I found it. Where? Hold on. She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps, and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Say nothing. Just give me a second. I'm almost... She clocks up her typing speed. Lieutenant leans closer to whisper, I've never witnessed a programmer work before. Done! Suna jumps up from the keyboard like a spring. I've got it! I found the location of the anomaly. There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into the air. You did it! You found the coordinates! I found the coordinates. She lets out a celebratory laugh. She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Oh, thank you, empathy. Oh my god! Congratulations! Thank you, she yells back with a grin. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world? There. She points at the end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arc. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure. I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations. Logic. What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of water bowls. Right. I'll go figure it out. I'm good at intellectual puzzles. Figure it out? She shakes her head, grinning. No, I don't need you to figure out anything. I've got a computer for that. She pats the mainframe. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick. Do I have to write that down? I can always just watch my recording, I guess. What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectual stimulating in this task. A child could do it. What? You don't trust my intellectual capabilities to solve the problem on my own? Eh? She frowns. Come on, it's not about your brain. Even I couldn't figure it out on my own. Can you please just go there and move the water bowls for me? Thanks. Right. Let you work in peace now. This sounds like a job for additional logic hat. We do lose a perception while wearing this, though. I don't even know where the water bowls were. Is that them over here? No, they're not highlighted. The other end of the church, Tim. Oh, these. Oh no! Do I have to know which one it was? One of them was 5 centimeters, one was 2 centimeters. Oh, okay, I can click on any of them. It's awfully silent again. As if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowl stands still. Perception. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. This task is an insult to your mental skills. I'm sure it is, Logic. Move the fourth bowl to the left. From the left, 5 centimeters to the right. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Physical instrument. Time to run back! Or maybe walk? This is a sacred place, after all. Guess we don't need Logic Hat. Actually, no. We'll keep Logic Hat on. I'll suffer the -1 perception.
Yes, what is it?
I have moved the bowls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next? Great. Everything should be aligned now. She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Miss Know-It-All is hesitating. Yes, she is empathy. What's wrong? Yeah. She snaps out of the lull. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is unmute the headphones. If we've got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Honestly, I'm a little scared. Isn't it just going to be silence and nothing else? I don't know. She stares at the heart of her computer. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin. What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself? She goes silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here. Maybe. She rubs her face. Maybe I'm just tired. Logic. Let's think about this, logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing? Why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities has to be terrifying? Because it reminds us of death. We humans tend to think that death is pretty scary. It is scary, but we just have to face it. Yeah. You're right. Let's do it. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard. The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Suna Lukanin-Kild presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. Perception. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. Suna doesn't talk. Her eyes close and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone. Well, damn it. She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything? No, of course not, she says, clearly disappointed. Nothing happened. Let's move on. Empathy. Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place. What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow? No. She rests her face on her hands, massaging her forehead. No, my hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this... She raises her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church, Cables coiling up on the floor like pests. This is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones, see if you can hear anything, but don't get your hopes up. Inland Empire. Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? Logic. This can't be it. You should have a listen. So, we're gonna want all of my perception clothes on then. That's gonna be my hat. I don't think I have perception gloves. I don't think I have perception here. I have perception boots? Really? Put those on as well then. Find out why Suna couldn't hear anything through her headphones. And the dice maker, by the way? We still have more time. Alright, let's try this. I don't have any experience points. I haven't earned any experience points yet.
Yes, what is it?
I need a 7. Need a 7. 6. All you can hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man. But there's something else. There has to be. Something big, something unexpected, something new yet to be discovered. Inland Empire. Ghosts. Speak to me. Conceptualization. Failure. When was the last time this world had anything new to say? Well, Suna asks as soon as you take off the headphones. Did you hear anything? No, nothing. Just silence. Yeah. Her voice is bitter with disappointment. Lieutenant looks down at the floor as if to say that you're wasting your time here. Maybe the speed freaks can help with this. Go talk with Andre. Alright, let's go talk with Andre then. Shame we didn't get the first chance immediately. I'm positive. I'm so positive because of the guy in the rafters forgetting everything that this is probably the Pale, which we know is nothing, right? People go through it, things get lost in it forever. I'm pretty sure it's a little speck of the Pale inside the church. That would be amazing if I'm right. Otherwise, it could be something else entirely different as well. That's super exciting about this game, is that when I first started playing it, I didn't realize that it was going to be, that anything otherworldly was going to be in it. You know, I wonder if the Speed Freaks will have anything to say about this. Me walking around with the music playing out of this device. See if we have anything to talk to Estelle about.
Hello again.
Hey Estelle, I don't have anything.
Huh, I see you're here again, off-sign man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning, Tycoon! Yeah!
He shouts, apparently unaware of the time of day. Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again. Yeah? What's the deal? I'm making progress in the church, but it's slow going. There's a hitch in Suna's research. What kind of hitch? She's trying to catch an anomaly using a special microphone setup, but she can't hear the audio coming through her microphones. An audio shortfall, you say? The other speed freak points his thumb towards a speaker in the back. Guess what? We've got speakers with massive low end. There's a good chance it can do it. Perception. Sight. They've got one speaker. One. Uno. Un. I think we found a solution. We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast her shoes off, believe me. That may, if nothing else, give us another chance to do it. Maybe it will also help Suna realize that the speed freaks aren't all bad. Wow! I don't think I've heard that before. What type of bird was that, do you think? That sounded like someone making a bird call there. Oh, our cassette player's no longer playing. Okay, well I guess we should take it off anyway. Okay, and we're gonna put back on all the perception clues. I guess I should have also checked some more of the clothes for sale. Maybe one of those would give us more perception. We have 74 bucks and I haven't spent a whole lot of it. We earned an entire $2 or $3 last episode as well, thanks to choosing ultra-liberal dialogue options.
Yes, what is it?
Examine the Raver's speakers, +1. So now we need a 5, I believe. Everything disappears. You're draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then, the pressure changes. What does it mean, perception? It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it? Sona. Take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system? A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one? Perception hearing. Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco crumble onto the wooden floor. They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place, murmurs the tenant, inspecting the damage done to the arbaqueses. No. What they really should do is shut down the discommon from disturbing neighborhood peace. Yes, but they could help with the speakers. You mean the speed freaks? She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary. Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system, and you think they would help me? They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you. I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Suggestion. Brilliant negotiator, detective. As always. Great. I'll go talk to them then. Sure. Let me know how it goes. She lingers for a moment before adding, thanks, officer. Report back to Andre. Check up once after the Raiders are moved in. Alright, let's go and do it. Oops, and our boots. Sorry about that, everyone. I must constantly be wearing the white armor. And no, I am never going to ask Kim about what he thinks about me wearing the boots. Not even once am I going to talk to him about it. Not even once. Not going to bring it up. We're just going to not broach the subject. I suppose when all this is done, I mean, it's not the chest plate, but at least it's some sort of armor we can bring back to the police district. What else can we do? We have our partner, who's in the Whirling in Rags as well. I don't know if there's anything else we can talk to with Gart. Probably not. Alright, hold on. Let's go in and do this.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again. Yeah? What's the deal? Good news. I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project. The Speed Freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. We're grateful, Cop Man. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. You're gonna have to share space for a couple weeks until she gets her research finished. That's fine. We can manage, he grins. I'm glad I could help. Appreciate it, he grins. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple hours, maybe. Come check back later. Andre waves to the other Speed Freaks. Let's get moving. Okay. With that done, I guess... Since they said it's gonna take them a little bit of time, I guess we should do other things while we're waiting. I think it will push us over as well. The pain of Eternite has been planted to the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough. What is this? It looks like a makeshift bridge. He adjusts his color against the cool breeze. Could be convenient. Push it over. Feels like I'm playing unepic. We just unlocked a shortcut. Okay, so... I guess with that done... Let's go ahead and double back to the Whirling in Rags now. Maybe we'll stop by and see what clothes are for sale, and if we unlocked anything after we put a few more points into other things earlier. Yeah, we'll go back, we'll talk to the cryptozoologists, and we'll see if there's anything else we want to talk to with anyone else, and then we're done. I should figure out where I'm putting my next points in as well, shouldn't I? Maybe another hand-eye coordination or another volition. I think we'll have to get lucky to earn 2 more experience levels, but I suspect we're going to earn at least 1 more before we're talking to Ruby. And it might happen right here because we're still waiting to complete several quests. They're kinda done. Just not fully. So this part in the game is, I think I was talking about this a little earlier, how I wish that the game was a different type of game, more like Myst or Shadowgate than this, where things you could find would be on a screen that you hold down tab to see. Just similar to this, but instead of you having to walk around, it would instead be different screens for you to travel through. It would make a situation like this a little faster. Yeah, granted, I'm walking everywhere, of course, which doesn't help at all. But it's a game. It's a game where I don't have to run to move around, and where running doesn't drain stamina. Oh, well, actually, on that note, if it doesn't drain any stamina or the like, then you should be running. Nah, I like the walking everywhere in all the games I play. Alright, let's take a look at the clothes, I guess, while we're here. So first, do I have anything new to talk to this gentleman about?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
No, we would need rhetoric.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Give me those shades you recommended. Abort! These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow. Damn, officer, you look like a mega-secret spy. Very secret. The man nods eagerly. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for $2.50. Electrochemistry. They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes. No. The lieutenant gently removes the glasses from your face, setting you free again. You're definitely not buying those. You're right. I'm too sensible for those. Are you sure? But they look so good on you, Chief Ender frowns. You should think this through, officer. No. I don't need any more electrochemistry. The fallen sneakers. Ooh! +1 to hand-eye coordination. +1 reaction speed. That could be useful, but not for $50. I don't want to spend that much money. No.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Browse through the box. You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss, or like an old person with no money. Economical but also trendy, the street vendor shouts. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving. Okay, so that's all he has. Those guys, we don't have a quest with them, right? Look for Ruby on the coast. We know where she is. We have to paint the wall. We'd inspected the traffic. We're going to turn this in. Okay, so let's go and talk to the cryptozoologists. And it does indeed look like we're going to wait till day 5 to confront Ruby at this rate. I guess it gives us an excuse to get the dice that we ordered. Oh, we have this guy too. We haven't talked to him at all, have we? And Gary is... Oh! Is that Gary? That's Gary! Holy crap! So we might have another chance to get something from him. Hold on. Let's see if we can still talk with him.
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
He nods towards Lena. I'll talk to her then. Is that it?
Boy, am I...
Okay, so we can't actually do anything else with him.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull. It's a tie, mesquite in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special. Interfacing. The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings. Ramblings? Nonsense! Your description of the Phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard. But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. You were a child, my dear. Really, it's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one, many times my height, I remember, when all of a sudden, what happened? I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. She shakes her head. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. Half-Light, she had no fear, just surprise. I didn't know how this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. She looks at you. After a while, 20 seconds? A minute maybe? It left. Went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Inland Empire, where did you go? Don't go. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. Of course she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insolundian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed. Suggestion. So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them. It did, yes, like reeds in a gust of wind. The way it moved, the color, how some of its limbs were white like marble, he breathes excitedly. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wild smile on his face. You were on a date? Our first, yes. The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. How big was it? It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. Its limbs are white? Not all of them, he answers for her. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought that was a wonderful story, ma'am. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. Esprit de corpse, but I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day? Children make up stories and then end up believing in them. I am not going to so although I think she made it up or imagined it, I don't want to bring it up with them here. And besides, this was very important for their marriage. It's how they met. And they loved each other. They loved this story. He used it to help him restore his faith in his profession. She was glad she has this story to tell him about. So I'm not going to ruin that for them. Thank you for sharing this with me. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm. Empathy. And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere, which she can't do now. Are there any more cryptids? You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids. Thank you, Kim. Is this bird a cryptid? Point to the tie she gave you. No. Her eyes narrow mysteriously. It's the cryptid. Okay, what is this bird? The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until... Mutation. All of evolution is mutation. Until it was sighted by renowned Gotwalian explorer and naturalist Uwe Platterkalk in 21. I need to hear about this sighting. It happened on the botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Umario Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm. Okay, and Uamaru is... the world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Urg Desert, an ancient riverbed completely dried up. What happened? Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Perkinarsis. He was lost, without any navigation equipment, and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky, a great blackbird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the Territorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times. Halflight, eat the bird, Uwe. It's the only way to survive. I understand. He started hunting it. Yes. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the Territorn, until they reached a great canyon wall, where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there, with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with its head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on its perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. The Territorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull like a spider, and the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed. Frozen into place with the rock in his hand, whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird. Why? The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away. An 8-eyed, mind-controlling bird. Fuck yes. Absolutely, sweetie, she smiles, glad you agree. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Uamaru is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets. Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest. This one, I liked, the Lieutenant puts down his notes. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird to ever live, it also does mind control. So that was the last anyone saw of it. Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Illimara, and then there's the striking resemblance to the Percarnarsian Imperial Eagle, an ancient Heldric symbol, that are hard to pass off as coincidence. The Imperial Eagle, too, had 8 eyes. Very, very hard. This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids, she winks. So what else do you want to know? Man, I just can't get enough of them. She grins. I'm glad you like them. That's all for now, ma'am. Oh, we didn't complete those quests? We did? Oh, but we didn't get any experience points for it. Oh, I was fully expecting to get like 140 experience points for that. Okay, so we're close, but not at the end.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professional, but inside this man is itching for some news on those traps. Have you noticed anything off about your friend Gary Morrill? Huh? No, of course not. Why? Are you sure? Well, he's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip, more so than usual, but that's understandable. He just wants to get home and warm up. Empathy. He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him, to places way more challenging than the coast. Why so eager to go home? So I checked all the traps. Good, okay, and one of them was empty. Completely empty. The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Half-light, surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking. Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid. No locusts. But no phasmid either. That's not ideal, but... He rubs his chin. The old woman's face lights up. It just means the Insolutian phasmid is even more clever than we thought. Of course, Lieutenant whispers to himself. More clever. That's not what I would go with either, but Kim is correct. Sorry, Lena and Moro are probably going to view this as proof that it's real. I would just say it doesn't prove anything whatsoever. Suggestion. You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behoove you to tread lightly. Yes, the Phantasmodia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure. His companion sighs. Another trip to the reeds. I want to say, I want to, I don't really want to ruin their life's attempt to get to the bottom of this, but on that same note, oh, I don't agree. I don't think this is right. We can, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we think. It's going to be up to them. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid. Of course, be sarcastic. Oh no, that wasn't what I meant. You misinterpret your words, unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. His tone changes. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Society Cryptozoologique de Revachol. It is yours. Inland Empire. Heart-filled gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Thank you. It's an honor, Kim says with a straight face and turns to you. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but... Helping cryptozoologists isn't really our priority for our organization, is it? The Lieutenant looks out the window impatiently. Wow, we have an excellent chance of passing that check. So before we do that... So close to leveling! Let's, we're gonna save the game in a hard save. LP part 35, and because we're about to also end this video, I would like to try this again.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Once more, you hear the odd clicking sound coming from Gary. So we do have another chance. Hold on. Where's all my composure close? We're doing it. So my boots are -1 composure. So we definitely want what's it, these boots? These ones. I don't have any composure hats. I need to make sure I'm not wearing anything that has negative composure on it. And I don't. Ooh! +1 Inland Empire, +1 Volition. 8-eyed Pterodorn tie. Oh! This looks similar, this looks like a tie I have. A Bolodera? Darrow, is that what it's called? A slender bolo tie, oh, it says right here, bolo. Tie held together by antique clasp in the shape of a bird's skull. The skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. I have those ties. I think I have at least one jacket that has composure or windbreaker.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Need a 7. Need a 7. And over here, that was interfacing. I think I have all the pluses on interfacing I can get. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't think there was any plus interfacing close. At the very least, I should check to make sure I don't have any negative interfacing, though. And the gloves, these gloves don't matter because we have +2 interfacing gloves on those instead. Okay, so if I want to pass an interfacing check for the white check, I've got to attempt it with just everything I'm currently wearing. I mean, we might as well make the attempt at that. It being a white check and all. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of a new trap.
Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Mostly by the hands of a young person, small hands enough to fit inside the trap too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno. I think a little hooligan named Kuno may have stolen the locusts. A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs? A shadow worry passes over the woman's face. Oh dear, Moral. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects, almost as much as they love to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up. Delinquents, my favorite. It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite. Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close. The man turns to his companions. Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty. No more field trips for me. He hasn't been a very particularly forthcoming before, says Drama. He may well still be hiding something. After he's left, it's too late. Really, Gary? The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly. We're getting somewhere here. I love to play suzerainty, but... Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. He looks at his tea. Moral, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath, and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run. No need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on the game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through. Alright, let's attempt to get that suit of armor off of him.
Always, I mean...
Yes! Give me the armor! Give it to me! Yes! That shirt looks very comfortable on him. Look at the buttons. Barely keeping the thing together. As if something is ready to rip out underneath. Something worn underneath it? Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clinking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear, Gary. He freezes, then sighs heavily. I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. He unbuttons the shirt. You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso. I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know. Empathy. This shame is surprisingly sincere. Gary, what's going on? I took the hangman's cuirass. I didn't mean to. God damn it, Gary. I know. Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once. The woman looks at you, her eyes soft and pleading. Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation, officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay, and he's followed Morel into God knows what jungles. Empathy. He's a loyal friend. Why did you really put those clothes into the trash, Gary? Everyone was picking those pieces off of him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. He looks at his feet. So I went there to take out my trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and... I had a lapse in honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off of him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known I'd give you guys the trouble, I wouldn't have... His lips start quivering. Fuck. It's okay. Lieutenant jots something down in his notebook. It was a loose end, and you're tying it up now. I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man, he says silently. Settlement officers commanded the Suzerainian Navy. Most of them sided with the king when... He shakes his head. It's with the corpse. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions. Do you know who killed him? I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike, but almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more. I would like that armor now, Gary. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons the shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. Why did you lie, Gary? Because I was weak, he says, staring at nothing in particular. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but... He's a scaredy cat, Melissa Gary, her eyes motherly. Are we done here, Gary? Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. He looks around, relieved of some burden, his mouth still quivering. Are you a cryptozoologist too, by the way? No, I help morale and research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own. Thank you for your cooperation. Alright! We got it after all! I was so worried we wouldn't. Okay, and we earned a point of experience, and we're already 1/4 towards the next level. So, we can put back on our boots. +1 pain threshold, thicker skin. +1 volition, borrowed confidence. -1 empathy, mania of invulnerability. This vitreous eminal cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat. And it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. It's like we're wearing mithril armor. Oh, but it's a shirt! It's a shirt, of course. Oh! Oh. Oh no! But my man from Hemsdal shirt. Okay. Oh no! What? Whoa! Oh! I wasn't a... Oh! Of course! He was wearing it under his jacket. Oh! But I want to wear both of those. And I can't. Oh no! Okay, let's shift some things around. Oh wait, hold on. So this tie goes there. Okay, I guess I'll wear the man from Hemsdal by default because I do really like +1 shivers and +1 physical instrument. But this is also very nice. They're both very nice. I'm just curious, what does it look like? Oh my god, that looks awesome. I really like that. Now I just need the helmet as well. If we could keep this after it's done, or give it to Kim as a thank you. His precinct could use. Well, actually, I guess our precinct could use the armor more. All right, so nice. Holy crap, we got it after all. All right, everyone. So I'm gonna stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.